Hello and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday the 5th of April 2021. I see in local news that the island of Phuket is having mass vaccinations, trying to get virtually the whole island, all residents on the island vaccinated, so that they can open up as a kind of tourist area on the island itself. I have no idea if the plan is going to work and if people are ready to travel again, but I hope it does, of course. Phuket is still a beautiful place, even though it has suffered somewhat previously from some problems of pollution or whatever. But in general, it's a great place to go, and this country, Thailand, has relies on the tourist dollar immensely for its economy, and I can say with certainty that the whole of the country has been suffering since the outbreak of COVID-19 because of the lack of income from tourism. It has a huge knock-on effect. It's not just the hotels that you imagine and restaurants. It's just the entire economy has really been suffering, and so we need your help here in Thailand. We need you to come back and visit the country again. So I hope you do. Right. And in today's Sudoku puzzle for The Guardian, it is Monday. It's ranked as easy. And if past instances are to be judged, Monday is usually the easiest day. So I hope that we have lots of beginners today. Probably absolute beginners can join us, because usually this is the day to start playing Sudoku. If you've never played before, this is how the game works. You can see a large grid, 9 by 9 squares, obviously divided into rows, columns, and then you can see kind of heavier black lines dividing into segments, sections, boxes, whatever you want to call them. Up here. Now the rule is that you need the numbers 1 to 9 in each of the squares in the column, and you need the numbers 1 to 9 in each of the rows in the column. And so this is how we play the game. Oh, not forgetting, of course, you also need numbers 1 to 9 in each of these boxes. Okay, so this one already has 5 numbers, so there are only 4 numbers to get in this box here, and similarly here. But this box only has 2 numbers, so there are 7 numbers to get here. But don't worry about the maths, because there is no maths involved in this game. No maths whatsoever. And coming soon, I shall prove it with a video which is non-numerical. Okay, so how do we play the game? Well, what we need to do is look for things that can't be. I think that's probably the best way of putting it. So look at this. We're going to consider 2 things at the same time here. We're going to consider this row along here, and we're going to consider this box. Okay. Now, what we should look at is, in this row here, do we have a number 2? Do we have digit 2 anywhere in this row? And our answer is no, we don't. But must we have it? Yes, of course, because we need every number from 1 to 9. Now, because we have a 2 in this box already, it means that a 2 cannot appear again anywhere else, because there are only 9 squares. So that means, of course, logically, this square and this square can't be 2. So in this row here, there's only one place left where a 2 can go. So we can put it there. And this is the kind of logic that we need to play this game. It's not, in the beginning stages, the early game, it's not incredibly complicated logic. It's just a matter of looking for fairly simple things. Now, the more you play, and when you get to the higher levels, you will find that there is some very difficult logic involved. But we're not there yet, are we? Okay, you could do exactly the same thing along this column, couldn't you? So just look. Oh, I apologize. Hold on a second. No, I was right. You can do the same thing in this column. My eyes are, I'm getting double vision. Right, the same kind of thing that we just did with this 2 here. Isn't there a number missing? Oh, no, there's not. Oh, God, I'm seeing numbers where there aren't numbers. I apologize. I thought the 5 was missing here. Sorry. Okay, I tell a lie. Right, okay, ignore that. Maybe I should edit at that point. Right, let's see that again. So in this row here, now that we just filled in our number 2, what are the missing numbers? We have 1, 2, we don't yet have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we don't yet have 9. So there are 2 numbers missing in this row, and they are 3 and 9. But look here, this 3 in this column here means that it can't appear again, and so 3 will have to come here. And the last number is 9. We can fill that in straight away. If we look down this column now and see which numbers are missing, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have 7 and we don't have 8, right? So 7 and 8 are the missing numbers in this column. But look here, there's a 7 in this row already. So guess what? No 7 can stand there. So 7's got to be here and 8 has got to be here. So we have a 1 row and 1 column completed already. Let's take a look at this box over here now. And particularly I want you to look at number 1, digit 1, and see what you can see. Remember, we're looking at the surrounding boxes to see how it affects this box. So 1 in this column here, what does it mean? Can't appear again. So in this segment here, there's no 1 here or here. There's a 1 down here as well, isn't there? And guess what? If we take that up, 1, 1, 1, can't appear there. So we've got blocking and blocking, if you think of it like that, like that. And then we've got the 1 here, which blocks across this top row. So it's like this. Imagine blocking, blocking, and blocking. So there's just 1 space left where we can put a 1. Now that 1 that we've just filled in, we can take that and use it in the same kind of fashion, so that we look along here and we see that we're blocking this square in this segment, and we have 1 here that blocks along the top row of this segment, right? So blocking and blocking, and that leaves us just 1 space. This is you know, if you're a beginner, okay, it should be fairly easy to pick up, because this is not, as I say, not really difficult logic to understand. Just a matter of looking along the rows and columns, like this 4 along this row and this 4 along this row, giving us a square there. And you may be able to see some right now. You're probably looking at this video going, oh, I think I can see something. And yeah, maybe you can, because it is an easy level, so there are probably numbers all across the grid that I will get to in a moment. There's a 7 blocking this column here, this 7 blocks this column here, and so a 7 has to appear here, doesn't it? You'll see that actually the puzzle is kind of opening up as you fill in more and more digits. We have fewer and fewer places left, like in this segment over here now, this box over here, this 7 that we just filled in kind of blocks everything else across here, across this row. So guess what? There's only 1 square left in the whole box. So the 7 has to appear there, doesn't it? When we take that 7 and put it up here in this column, we are blocking this column here in this segment, right? These 2 squares are blocked. This 7 blocks along here, and so there's only 1 space for 7 to go in that top right hand box, box number 3, if you want to number them. If you're starting to read about Sudoku, you often find people call them blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, or boxes. You'll see them numbered. And you'll also see numberings like R and C. R refers to the row, row 1, row 2, row 3, and column, column 1, column 2, column 3. If you're starting to read more about Sudoku and want to get more into the game. I don't generally use many technical terms here, because I feel that most of the viewers are fairly new to the game, and technical terms can sometimes throw people off. Okay, now I'm going to give you a slightly more of an idea about logic here. Okay, so right, I want to look at this. There are 2 ways to look at something. Okay, now there's this. I want to look at the number 6, and I want to focus on this central box here. Okay, there are 2 ways of finding the number. Okay, one way, which is I don't know which way is more difficult actually, so it depends on just what you manage to see. But imagine this, there's a 6 coming down here and a 6 coming up here. all right, and a 6 coming across here. So if we do what we've just been doing and go blocked along here, blocked along here, blocked along here, that will seemingly leave us with 2 spaces, right? But if you consider that the 6 goes along here, and that means that 6 can't appear here or here, it will have to appear either here or here. So when it does appear there later, either in this square or this square, it will eventually block this square as well, leaving us with just that square. Got it? So if we take the blocking approach, we can block, 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 and we can block here because there will be a 6 in either of those squares there, leaving us with just that square there. That's one way of looking at 6. Another way of finding exactly the same number is we look along here and see that we don't yet have a 6, but we have an intersecting 6 here and an intersecting 6 here. And so the 6 goes there. So both ways are valid. And that's the point about Sudoku. It's very often that there are multiple ways to find solutions. Now, I tend not to. I personally just try to look for the easiest things first and focus on the more difficult stuff later. That's my own approach. But there are people who love to look for the logical patterns as the way to begin the puzzle, and if that's your approach, that's great. I'm very happy for you to take it. Okay, let's still consider this row across. Now, what number is missing now? Do we have a 2? We have a 1. We don't yet have a 2, but I immediately see a 2 intersecting here and blocking this number, this square, sorry. So we can see, without even counting through the numbers, that a 2 is going to have to appear there. If we count through the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this has to be our last number. It's 9. That's the only one left. Okay. Sudoku is a nice game, I would say. It's a good way to waste time. Are we wasting time? Yes. I used to play while waiting for meetings and things like that. But it is a satisfying game once you fill in all the numbers, or once you find the patterns and see something. That's where the joy of the game lies. 6 across here, 6 across here, back to our blocking type of pattern here, leaving just that space where 6 can go. Okay, the 8, if we consider this 8 blocking all the way down here and this 8 blocking all the way down here, so blocked for 8 and blocked for 8, leaves us just that square there where we can fill in an 8. Now we can see which numbers are missing here. 1, 2 we don't have, 3, 4 we don't have, so 2 and 4 are our missing numbers in this bottom left hand block, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, block 7 if you prefer. Now the 4 stops us from putting in here, so the 4's got to come here and the 2's got to come here. Okay, so we've actually filled in one complete row, one complete column, and one complete box or block or segment, I often call them, or section, whichever your preferred term is. So we're making pretty good progress, I think. No need to hurry, no need to rush. Take your time and get it right. Unless, of course, you're playing competitive Sudoku. And clearly, if you're just learning, you're not doing that. Okay, so should we count through and see what numbers are missing here? We only have 2 numbers missing in this column. Let's find out what they are. We have 1, 2, 3. Don't have 4 yet. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't have 9 yet. So 4 and 9 are missing in this. 4 and 9 are missing in this column here. You should be ahead of me already. Look, look, look. Should be ahead of me. Right, okay. Thank you. Well done. So, of course, this 9 means that 9 can't come here. 9's got to go there. And the last remaining number is 4. Comes there. Let's take that 4 that we just filled in and bring it across this row, blocking in this segment these 2 squares here. Right. Only 1 square left. So the 4 comes there. Let's take that 4 that we just filled in and bring it down, 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 blocking these 3 squares here. And there's a 4 in this row already, so guess what? There's only that space there where a 4 can go. You must have got the idea by now. What numbers are missing in this segment now? 1 and 6. We don't yet have a 1 or a 6, but look, there's a 1 here blocking that square, and there's a 6 here blocking that square. So we know which way round they go, don't we? That has to be the 6. That has to be the 1. So now we have 2 completed segments. Okay, where to look next? Now, it's good to keep moving, shifting your focus to different areas of the board. Don't get stuck in one place. I think that's a bad idea. 7 in this column here, 7 in this column here. There's only one place to put 7 here. Four in this column down, 4 in this column down, and a 4 that we used to block along here previously blocks this square. So blocking, blocking, blocking. Just one place here. Okay, in this row now, you can see there is a 2 blocking along here and a 2 up here. So blocked and blocked, so giving us just a 2 in that square there. Okay, there's a 6 in this row here already, blocking these 2 squares, and so 6 has to appear here. What are our missing 2 numbers here? They are 3 and 9. We have the 9 already here blocking that square, so 9 is there, 3 is there. There's only one number missing in this column now. When there's one number missing, you can always find it. Let's count through. 1, 2. Do we have a 3? No, we don't yet have a 3. And so that has to be the missing number there. That 3 that we've just filled in, we can take across this row, and we'll see there's only one space to go there. Now we can count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 5 we don't yet have. And now we can count within this segment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goes there. So now we have a whole left-hand chute. Some is a technical term that people use, but like this section of 3 boxes connected in a line. That whole area is now complete. So we continue to make good progress here. Look, we see one number missing, so that's the one to go for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8, so that's our missing number. Maybe down here we have 2 numbers missing, so should we try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 and 9 missing in this column here, but we have an intersecting 8 here, so that's got to be our 8. And that's got to be our 9. Then use the 9 that we just filled in to bring across this row. There's a 9 across here, and there's a 9 down, so 9 has to be there. One, 2, 3, 4. We don't have 5 yet. 6, 7, 8. We don't have 8 yet. All right. So 5 and 8 are the missing numbers here and here. But look, this 5 is in this sector. So 5 can't appear again in this box. So 5 can't be here. So 5 has to be here. And then 8 is our remaining number. There's one number missing from this box here. So we'll count through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9. Goes there. There are 2 remaining numbers here, and there are 2 remaining numbers here. Let's look at this one first, see if we can find it. 1, 2. Do we have a 3? No 3, but look, this 3 is very close, so guess what? That has to be 3. What's the other one? 4. 5 is the other missing number, so we can fill that in. Let's use the 5 that we just filled in to understand that we can't put it here. This 5 can't go here. We don't yet have a 5 in this row, so 5 is there. One number missing down here now, it's 1, so we can fill in the 1. Okay, what else is missing here? Anything? So do we have a 1? No, not yet. So 1 is missing in this box, but 1 intersects here, so that's our 1. This last number is the 8 we can fill in. Let's count down here. 1, 2, 3 we don't have in this column yet, so that's our 3. Missing here now are 2 and 8, I believe. 1, we don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we don't have 8. There's an 8 blocking here, so that's our 8. That's our 2. Use this 2 across here to stop a 2 from appearing here. That's our 2. That's our 3. And that's our easy level puzzle done. Easiest for Monday. And if that's your first Sudoku, congratulations. You've now finished your first Sudoku. I hope it feels good. I hope it leads to you learning more about the game, trying more and more difficult puzzles and learning more and more. It is quite fascinating, and you can continue to learn to extreme levels, I think. So please subscribe to the channel. There'll be some interesting stuff coming up soon, and please join me again tomorrow. Tomorrow should be another easy day, or possibly medium day. So Tuesday, if you're learning on Monday for the first time, Tuesday is a good day to come along and try again. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.